Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this week's episode of Mocktail Minutes. This is Bailey.
And this is Brianna.
This week, I have a new drink. It's the Peshki. Have you seen them?
No.
So there's a dietitian, Taylor Grasso, is that who it is? Who
Mm.
her and her husband created this company. Let me look her up real quick to make sure that's who it is before I give credit. But they created this brand, Peshki. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Taylor Grasso. Yes, Taylor Grasso. That's who it is. Found her on TikTok a long time ago. They created this brand. They're mocktails because
Mm.
she stopped drinking completely, and then like he occasionally does. But the idea is to get more mocktails just easy to access.
Yeah.
They're functional ones. So of course it has the ashwagandha, but it doesn't taste like dirt. This one is the strawberry mint mojito.
Mm.
So ingredients, first ingredient is water, then strawberry juice, cane sugar. There's 7 grams of added sugar, lime juice, natural flavors, natural lime, ashwagandha, mushroom extract, and
Mm.
rosea root extract. So
Yeah. On
supposed to
their
help like,
website, they have like kickback, lift, unwind, like different ones.
yep, this one's a kickback one. So decompress, chill, and rejuvenate.
Ooh,
It's,
I like it.
yeah,
Where'd you buy it? Online?
online. I got off TikTok shop.
Perfect. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, these
but
look
it's really
good.
good.
Oh yeah, and like the lift one has like lion's mane green tea extract, so like gentle energy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Perfect.
this one's supposed to help with GABA and social anxiety.
Mm.
How
Perfect.
convenient for a mocktail.
How convenient. Actually, that is.
Hmm.
I'm doing Spindrift. These are kind of like my
Yeah.
go-to sparkling waters. I like that they don't have natural flavors or
Hmm.
coloring because I drink a lot of carbonated water and maybe I'm in my head, but I feel like when I have multiple of like the natural flavorings or colorings ones, I don't feel great.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
they're expensive though, but
they
Costco is
are.
running a sale on them right now.
Hmm.
So
I do like the grapefruit one. Usually I don't like
yeah,
grapefruit things, but I do like that flavor in those.
yeah, that's what I have today. And it's like a laid back grapefruit one. It's not
Hmm.
super tart. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, they have like an iced tea lemon one. Gross. Don't get that one.
Gross. Stuff like that. I just have like I think it's like lemonade, grapefruit, whatever, the three.
Yeah. Well, today we are talking about antioxidants. I think we have done an episode similar to this, but we're going to take a little bit of a different approach. We're going to go
Hmm.
over antioxidants for you, but I'm also going to kind of give you my immunity stack that I like to do because the time of this recording is January and we just got out of Christmas and everything. My house was sick. Gannon was sick the weekend before Christmas. And
Hmm.
then he was sick the weekend after Christmas. And then Josh is sick. We
Yeah.
had lots of family members with the flu. Literally everyone's just sick.
Just everyone's sick. And yeah, and like kids are going back to school now and daycare, and
Here we
we're
go.
not in the clear.
No.
We are not in the clear. Yeah.
So, with antioxidants, they are used to reduce oxidative stress. They protect your immune cells and they support balanced immune response. So, they don't like boost your immunity, they just kind of like help take care of your immune system.
Hmm.
But there are some that you don't want to overdo. So, we're going to go over like daily things you can do, but then also here's some things that you can add in.
Yeah. And I think it is important to point out that it doesn't just directly like boost your immune system because I think people think that. It just helps to decrease oxidative stress, which is basically what's damaging our cells and like free
Yeah.
radicals like damaging the DNA. So if you don't have healthy immune cells or healthy cells, you're not going to function very well. So antioxidants help to kind of neutralize those free radicals, makes
And
everything
may
work better.
Yes, and maybe like you could still maybe get sick, but you don't get as sick.
Yeah, you
It's
fight it
not
off
gonna be
better.
like this magical armor. And you
Hmm.
also can't just start pumping yourself with vitamin C when you're having a crappy diet every other day.
Yeah.
There's things you need to do on a daily basis.
Yeah. And also taking them through a foods first approach, I would
Yeah.
say. regularly is going to help rather than, oh my gosh, I'm getting sick. Let me just have like 5 packets of emergency. Not that that's not going to maybe help, but it would work better if you were consistent with your
Hmm.
intake.
And
So,
like vitamin C, so we don't do the emergency. I get the Garden of Life brand
mhm.
of the vitamin C supplement. It's more like a whole food
Yeah.
supplement. Emergency is going to be ascorbic acid, which is more of a synthetic vitamin C. So if you're looking for a good one, I like the Garden of Life brand.
Yeah, I do too. I used Airborne a couple like weeks back and they have a new like it's just a packet you put in your mouth. It's like
Oh
Pop
yeah.
Rocks. I felt like it worked, but also I felt like I got a little like weird with it. So, Garden of Life, I do like the most because your body uses the whole food source of vitamin C a little
We
bit
absorb
better.
it better.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, we'll start with vitamin C. So, vitamin C, its role is to support white blood cell function, so those immune cells, and regenerates other antioxidants. So, upper limit would be like 2,000 milligrams a day. 200 to 500 milligrams is for like daily support. Too high of doses will give you a stomach ache. So you don't just want to take a ton of it. And sometimes people do have that, like when they take the emergency, they feel like, oh, I feel like I'm having a lot of diarrhea. It's probably because you're just taking massive amount of vitamin C
Hmm.
all at once.
And daily intake is going to matter more than just, like I said, loading up when
Yeah.
you're already
Yeah.
sick or if you're starting to get sick. So
Hmm.
including your like citrus fruits, bell peppers. Bell peppers actually have more vitamin C than oranges.
Yeah.
Kiwis are great, strawberries, broccoli. Those are all good
Yeah. A lot of your like
vitamin
red and
C.
orange,
Yeah.
like bell peppers and, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The next one would be vitamin E. So A, C, and E are good ones to remember. Vitamin E is also going to protect your immune cell membranes and it's going to support T cell function. And so T cell function refers to that like specific white blood cell. It's your T lymphocytes. And so they're going to recognize threats. They're going to coordinate the immune response, and they're actually going to remember past infections.
Hmm.
So they are actually made in the bone marrow and they are matured in the thymus. That's where like the T comes from. So you have like helper T cells, you have cytotoxic T cells, which are like the killers. I feel like they sound more like killer like.
Yeah.
You have
To eat.
regulatory T cells, you have memory T cells. So, good T cell function means faster response to infection, better vaccine, lower risk of chronic inflammation, more balanced immunity with age, where like poor T cell function is going to be associated with more frequent infections, slower recovery, increased inflammation, and age related immune decline as
Yeah.
well. So vitamin E is going to help support those T cells. Upper limit's going to be about 1,000 milligrams per day. Thinking more like supplementing. So a lot of these, the upper limit has more to do with supplementation rather than we're just like eating a crazy amount of vitamin E. So high dose
Yeah.
supplements may affect blood clotting. Food sources are going to be like nuts, seeds, olive oil. Those could all be good ones.
Yeah. And I guess disclaimer, this is just for educational purposes only.
Yes.
Like I
Yes.
feel like we have to say it. But yeah, so we're giving you amounts. Obviously, everyone is very different, but this is one that's important, especially for like the older community. I feel like a lot of older people take vitamin E. It's like I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if it was like a thing marketed to them when they were
Maybe.
younger, but it definitely can impact blood clotting. So if you're going to have like a surgery or something coming up, I would probably ixnay definitely the supplementation of this because you want to be able to clot if you get cut open.
Yes. That
Disclaimer.
would be a good thing.
Yeah. The next one are polyphenols. And these, the role that they have are they're anti-inflammatory and they help the gut immune axis. They support the gut immune axis. So these are like a chemical found, I think we have an episode on polyphenols. But anyways, they're a chemical found in like fruits and vegetables, mostly like fruits and some other things, but there's no upper like there's no RDA. There's no like upper limit to them. So berries, green tea, dark chocolate, even things like other colorful berries, raspberries, blueberries, that sort of thing. These are going to really help inflammation in your body. And so these are especially important for like your cognitive health, decreasing the risk of cancer, If you're somebody who smokes, you should probably be increasing these. You should stop smoking, but these are ones you want to like bump up on. But for supplements, the high dose extracts can cause stress on the liver, and really any supplement can cause stress on the liver because everything has to go through the liver. But variety is better than single compounds. And so for these, increasing color at every meal or getting a good quality supplement that has a variety of polyphenols.
Yeah, really with these polyphenols, you're just kind of thinking about color, I would say. Fun fact, plants actually make them for protection from like UV light
Yeah.
or pests or stress. When we eat them, they're protecting our cells, and that's what helps kind of like regulate they also kind of support your gut health. They act like prebiotics. They feed that beneficial gut
Yeah.
bacteria. So they're be helpful there. But there are different types. So we have flavonoids. Those are your largest group. That's gonna be like berries, apples, citrus, onions, tea. Tea has some
Hmm.
flavonoids in it. You have lignans. That's another big one. Flax seeds are great for lignans.
Hmm.
But yeah, you're just aiming for color variety here. Berries, green tea, black tea, dark chocolate, coffee,
Yeah.
like 70% dark chocolate, not tea.
Like the real dark chocolate. Yeah.
Yes, real dark chocolate, extra virgin olive oil, turmeric, oregano, rosemary, your
Yeah.
red and purple fruits and vegetables, especially.
Yeah. Herbs, spices.
Mhm.
I went to like a today's dietitian symposium in May in San Antonio, and they had like a lot of functional speakers that came, which I was actually kind of surprised
Oh,
about
cool.
because sometimes traditional dietetics and functional dietetics don't get along, but they did well. And they were talking about this like study that they were doing on like polyphenols and like your brain health, because obviously Alzheimer's, there's a lot of inflammation in the brain and that makes everything like worse. And they were
Um,
talking about like a certain amount of daily polyphenol intake from like strawberries was like showing on scans to like decrease inflammation in these people that had it.
hmm.
So it's like, eat your berries, eat your chocolate,
Yeah,
black pepper. We like
this
it.
one's an
But
easy one.
yeah, which I'm like, okay, this is good because berries, most people like berries, but yeah, we like our
Yeah.
brains.
Yes. Polyphenols are great. And you don't really need like this, like, you don't really need a supplement for them
Yeah.
either. Like, I think there's different high dose extracts, not necessarily better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just go for the berries. This is, I think, where the conversation of like wine being good for you comes up
Yes.
because
Because they're like, there's
the
polyphenols,
antioxidants in it. But I'm like, you're also getting alcohol, and depending on what
which
wine you
is a free
get,
radical. So I'm
yeah,
like, they kind
someone,
of just cancel each other out.
yeah, if that, like,
If
you're
that.
probably getting more issues from the alcohol, and then the polyphenols are just lessening.
Yeah, they're just like out there fighting for their life. Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's, yeah. And side note, because this also came up there, people are like, well, what do you do if you don't have access to like berries or it's not in season, right? Because like strawberries more like a summer. This is where frozen berries
yeah,
or fruit
do
comes into
frozen.
play because they freeze them right after picking them.
Hmm.
So frozen.
Which strawberries are actually really good right now. I
Yeah.
we've gotten two good batches from two
Yeah.
separate stores.
I mean, I've got some good ones from Costco, but I feel like Costco's always
They're always
really
on
good
it.
with their strawberries. But yeah,
One thing I've noticed because we've been doing more Sam's Club shopping, their produce is ready to go. Like there's no setting it out on the counter
like you're
to
using it
ripen.
today. Yeah.
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 Which I like it, but I have to remember, like, don't just let it hang out.
I'm like, oh yeah, I was doing something with that
Hmm. Yeah.
today.
The next one, carotenoids. Is that how you say it?
That's how I
Carotenoids?
say it.
I say carotenoids. I mean, some people might
Yeah.
say different. It doesn't really matter. Carotenoids, carotenoids, but I kind of stems into like beta carotene, lycopene, and lutein. So again, their role is with antioxidant protection, and it's going to support your immune signaling. This one, think like red and orange.
Yeah.
That's good colors to think about here. So carrots, sweet potatoes, tomatoes, but then also leafy greens. There's not really an upper limit here from
Mm.
food, but you don't want to do like high dose beta carotene supplements. That's where you can kind of get too much of it, especially for smokers. So
Ah.
foods, no worries. And that's with most things. Like it's hard to overdo it on foods.
Yeah, it is really hard. Worst case scenario, like if you have a baby and you feed them too many orange vegetables, their skin can turn a little orange.
I had a patient when I was interning. They were on like two feeds, and their formula, they got a lot of ones with like carrots and beets in it.
Oh, like one of like whole food ones. Yeah.
Yeah. And they were turning orange.
Yeah.
And of course, like the parents were concerned, and it was because they were literally just doing too
Like
many
eating a lot of, yeah.
carrots,
It's just so funny. But yeah.
which it takes a lot. But I mean, if that's what you're eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner,
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt you. Like, I mean, it's just gonna
yeah,
you're gonna look a little bit like an Oompa Loompa. So, but it takes a lot. And this person was probably getting it. I mean, that's all they were getting. So,
yeah, like that's all they were doing. But yeah, you want to avoid it, especially as a smoker, because in high supplemental doses, beta carotene can switch from being an antioxidant to being a pro oxidant. So
yeah.
normally beta carotene is like a precursor for vitamin A. It's an
Hmm.
antioxidant that's going to neutralize those free radicals and then, like I said, support your immune signaling. So from whole foods, it's self-regulated by the body. It's converted to vitamin A as needed, and
Hmm.
it's kind of packaged with other plant compounds. Those high dose, it's going to create that pro-oxidant effect. Smoking already creates a high oxidative
Yeah.
stress environment. So
Yeah.
in this setting, it's breaking down into oxidative metabolites, and these compounds can damage DNA and your cell membranes. So instead of protecting your cells, it's just increasing
Hurting you
cellular
even more.
stress.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is the fact that it turns into like beta carotene can be used to make vitamin A. This is extremely important, like for when you're pregnant, because
Mm-hmm.
vitamin A is so important when you're pregnant, but vitamin A in too high amounts is like bad for your fetus, like neural tube defects, all kinds of different things. But if you take beta carotene, your body can turn it into vitamin A as needed. That's why there's not a lot of vitamin A in prenatals. It's beta
Yeah.
carotene. In case anyone ever noticed, you probably didn't. But yeah, if you're worried about taking in vitamin A, you can just do beta carotene.
Those are your main ones. Other things we wanted to bring up is I think a big one is zinc. So this is one people really started supplementing with this, I think around COVID time.
Yeah.
And I supplement it too, but it's not a daily supplement for me. So
Hmm.
again, this is required for antioxidant enzymes and it's going to be critical for immune cell development. Daily support, women need about 8 milligrams, men need about 11. Short-term use, you need 15 to 30 milligrams per day. That's for like 1 to 2 weeks.
Hmm.
Your upper limit's going to be 40 milligrams. So this is where I take zinc if I'm feeling sick or someone in my family, like in my
Hmm.
household, is sick.
Yeah.
We don't want to take daily high doses because it suppresses your copper absorption and then it can actually impair your immunity long term. And it can actually give you some nausea too.
Yeah. And that's because copper, zinc, and there's one other one. They share common binding sites. And so if you have a ton of zinc there, zinc is going to bind, copper and other things can't. And then you're not going to be able to absorb what you need. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, I know people who are like, I take zinc every day. I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah,
Pulse
messing with your
it.
copper.
Yeah. And it can help, like you said, like short term if they're sick, it could help reduce like the intensity of viruses or like the duration of viruses. But you're also going to be opening up yourself to having a worse viral infection if you take zinc all the time because you don't have a proper working immune system. So, again, with a lot of supplements, it's like pulse it as
Mm-hmm.
needed, be strategic.
Yes.
The next one is selenium. And so this, I think this is getting really popular too, but it's required for glutathione enzymes. It supports antibody production, so we need it. Daily support is like 55 micrograms, which is not a lot. An upper limit is 400 micrograms. So it's easy to overdo, but you need it for like thyroid support. Like Brazil nuts are a very good source of them. I definitely, with this one, I recommend like food just because you can
Mm-hmm.
control it a little bit more. Like Brazil nuts are great. I'm gonna, how much selenium is in a Brazil nut? Because I think it's like you should only eat like one or two.
You can get enough selenium from 2 Brazil nuts
Yeah.
a day. So I always do and I especially implement this with HCMA testing.
Mhm.
If they really need more selenium support, I say 2.
Yeah. And I don't love the taste of Brazil nuts. Also, they're expensive, but I do it because I need it. But like I had one person, she's like, "Oh, I was just eating it. Like I love the taste of them. I would like get a bag every like couple days from the store. And I'm just eating them. I'm like, I don't do that. But most
Yeah,
people
I
are
think
okay with it.
I just Google it. There's like 70 to 90
Hmm.
micrograms of selenium per one Brazil nut. So you can meet your
Okay.
needs at one,
Oh yeah. So like two
um,
is like
kind of
good.
replenishing.
Yeah. Because excess is going to cause like hair loss, brittle nails, and then GI symptoms, which I feel like a lot of these have GI symptoms.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The other things we wanted to mention, so two that I also, my immune stack when I'm sick or people around me is oil of oregano, whole food vitamin C supplementation, and the zinc. Now, another
Mhm.
one I've added, I really hate being sick, is the Beekeeper's Naturals. They have like it's almost not, it's kind of like a really runny honey is kind of the consistency of it, but it's like a little packet. And that's the propolis. Is that how you say it? Propolis in it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think I know what you're talking about.
So they have it in some of their products, but it's made from bees. It's from like tree sap. That's what it is.
Oh yeah.
So it's made by bees from the tree sap, the plant resins, and the beeswax. Bees use it as like a protective seal in the hive to block bacteria, viruses, fungus. But we can use it as antioxidant and antimicrobial and just like for its immune modulating properties.
Hmm.
And so it's actually rich in those polyphenols, phenolic acids, and trace vitamins and minerals.
Hmm.
So I recently got some of these and I actually stay pretty healthy with all the sickness going around.
Yeah.
And it can also be really beneficial for like more of those respiratory or like sinus issues. So daily support, you could do like 400 to 500 milligrams, but like short term, 1,000 milligrams per
Yeah.
day. Obviously, if you have any like pollen allergies, you don't want to do it. And there could be some irritation with like mouth or throat, but I found it to be very helpful. It doesn't taste like bad, but it's also not amazing.
Like enjoyable.
But I don't know. I think it was helpful. It's pretty well studied, antioxidant rich.
I like all things that come from bees. I don't
Yes.
know. I
I
just
love the Beekeepers Naturals
yeah.
brand.
I think
I
they're
buy a lot of their stuff.
underrated, you know?
Yeah. Bees are great.
And because you brought up oil of oregano, we'll kind of talk about
Yes.
that one. So this one is also becoming popular, I feel like, but it's antimicrobial first and then antioxidant second. So it's more of like a natural antibiotic, if you will, which we know with typical antibiotics, you don't want to be on them all the time because they don't do a great job at targeting what bacteria they're going to kill, and you don't want to kill your good ones. But I would say 5 to 14 days max, 100 to 200 milligrams per day, because it can disrupt the gut microbiome. Again,
Mm-hmm.
bacteria. Avoid during pregnancy, and then not for daily immune maintenance. So it's more of like a fire extinguisher, not a daily vitamin. So you know you're getting
Mm-hmm.
sick, you know something's coming on, maybe you have a bacterial infection, especially like I feel like this might be good for like stomach bugs,
Oh
maybe.
yeah, I love oil of oregano. That makes I think the biggest difference.
Hmm.
There was actually a study, I think it was done by Georgetown University, that tested oregano oil against Staphylococcus bacteria.
Hmm.
So in the test tube, the oregano oil inhibited bacterial growth as effectively as like standard antibiotics like penicillin or vancomycin at
Yeah.
certain doses. And so kind of showed that this oregano oil can directly reduce bacterial proliferation at levels similar to antibiotics.
And those two
So,
antibiotics are really strong.
yes.
Those are so if it's doing as well the job, yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
So yeah, that is definitely one that I would keep in a medicine cabinet. I mean, it's again, I don't think it's horrible tasting. Like I'm not gonna vomit.
I don't love it, but it's
It's
also
like,
like I'll do it. I've tasted worse.
yeah, like I just put it in a shot with water. It's like drinking a shot of pizza seasoning, I think of it. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah. I can do
Um,
that.
and so it's a good thing to use. Something to think about. So oil of oregano versus oregano seasoning. Oil of oregano is going to be highly concentrated.
Hmm.
So they come from the same plant, they just differ based on their concentration on potency. So you could still use both. You're just getting more potency with the oil of
Yeah.
oregano. So using oregano seasoning is also helpful. Their active oregano seasoning has a lower amount of active compounds, but it's safe to eat daily. It's not going to be like your supplement, I would say. Where like
Yeah.
oil of oregano, you don't want to necessarily do that every single day.
Right.
Extremely potent.
Yeah, but that would be a good one. That zinc. Yeah, your stack actually sounds really good. Should try it.
It's worked really well for
Yeah.
years.
You're like, I'm sticking with it. What's the next one? I feel like we have like two more, right?
Other ones, turmeric, that's a pretty popular one. So the active part in it is the curcumin. So if you're gonna do turmeric, like if you're adding it to your foods or whatever, or like turmeric tea, add black pepper to it. That's what helps you get like the curcumin, the active part of it. But it's anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. Daily, you could do like 500 to 1,000 milligrams.
Yeah.
Cautions with like it can have some blood thinning effects. So you kind of want to avoid it if you're again having surgery, or some people with gallbladder issues have trouble with turmeric.
Yeah. And I actually looked that one up because I had someone who was taking a bunch of this and like was having horrible GI effects. And it's because it can stimulate bile flow. So if you're
Makes
someone who
sense.
has like a ton of gallstones and just that increase in bile can like make it worse, or if you don't have a gallbladder, it's going to stimulate bile flow directly into your GI tract, and that
Yeah.
can just be a little too much. So, side note, because a lot of people don't
So
have
usually
gallbladders.
okay, but
I'm like, by the way, guys, try to keep your gallbladder. You know what I mean?
I still have mine.
You need it. You really need it. We're so quick to like pull it out. And I've heard from GI doctors' mouths, like, it's fine. You don't really need it. I'm like, you do. And a lot of your digestion problems you're having are going to get worse if you don't have it. So try to save it.
We just have extra parts. We just don't need them.
You just
Just cut
don't need
off
to
a
take it
toe while you're
out.
at it. You don't need 10.
Yeah, you don't need that. What else did they do that with? What else do they remove? I feel so it's the one, why am I drawing a blank? But it stores a lot of your bacteria. It's also in your GI tract. Appendix?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Well, let
I feel
me
like
think
more
about the
gallbladders get taken out.
accessory organs of the GI.
Yes.
Anyways, that gives you problems too. But anyways, try to keep your parts. We like them.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I think
Not that we're doctors, like those are your
right, we're
doctors'
not doctors, but we are
advice.
dietitians.
Yeah.
And so I know from a digestive standpoint,
Yeah. Your
you need it.
appendix is, yeah, I didn't even think about that, but it's definitely one that some used to say is useless, but we're kind of saying, oh, it's actually important, especially for gut
It
health,
stores
because
a
yeah,
lot
it
of your
does
like
your,
bacteria, like your healthy gut bacteria. It's like a little storage
yes.
place for it, which
Hmm. So after you have like an infection, the appendix can help regulate a healthy gut bacteria,
yeah. So if you don't have it,
like backup storage for your
yeah,
microbiome.
like we like it. But
Hmm.
the next one is garlic extract or like aged extract. So this is an antioxidant and immune supportive sulfur compound. So 600 to 1200 milligrams per day. It can cause GI irritation, mostly because it's a sulfur compound. And then it can be blood thinning in higher doses. So be careful with your garlic extract.
Yes. The other one I would say glutathione. So
Mm.
I occasionally will also do IV therapy, and glutathione is one that I will get sometimes. It's a great antioxidant. This is not one I'm like I go and buy a supplement. It's literally the only time I get it is if I do IV therapy, so
Yeah.
maybe a couple times a year. But you can also support it with getting enough protein, vitamin C, sulfur-rich foods like the garlic, the onions, cruciferous vegetables. Sleep is also going to support your glutathione.
All the things that we preach. Yeah, but it's like a master antioxidant.
Hmm.
So it really does help protect your cells from damage, keeping everything healthy, working optimally, mitochondrial health, all the things.
Yes, it's a good one.
Mhm.
Yeah, plays a lot of roles. But yeah, that was kind of, we try to make it a quick and dirty of like, here's how to help your immune system while everyone is down and out.
Yeah.
Use my little immune stack. Like I said, it's worked pretty well the past few
Yeah.
years, but I think those ones are great.
I'm gonna try that propolis. Propolis?
Yeah,
Propolis.
propolis. I also get the beekeepers, their bee pollen.
Mm-hmm. Honestly,
Um,
I've been having like really bad allergies because it's like cedar season here, and I got some really good Manuka honey first of all.
Oh, yeah.
It was so expensive. But I'm telling you, it made like a world of difference. Just like a
Huh.
spoonful of it. Love
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't done that. But yeah, I've done it has the liposomal delivery system
Mhm.
to it with the propolis. It has vitamin C in it too.
Perfect. Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, I didn't realize you could get this at CVS and Target. Well, actually, I think I did see it at Target.
Yeah, I have seen it at Target. I ordered mine, I think, from Thrive Market.
Yeah,
But
they
they
also
also
have
have a
products.
kids version that I do. They have like kids, what are not popsicles,
Mm, like the little suckers.
sucker. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like a lollipop. They have those that I do sometimes for Gannon. I use their cough syrup for Gannon. They have like their own little superfood honey. They have a lot of things for your immune system. But yeah, I also get their bee pollen.
Mm.
It's interesting because I don't know. I feel like bee pollen just has a weird flavor. I always think like anything should taste like honey if it's coming from bees. It doesn't
Yeah, I
taste
know what
like
you mean.
honey.
You're like, it does not taste like honey.
But it's good for like the bee pollen is good for iron and B vitamins and copper. So I do
Mm.
a little bit in that in like my yogurts occasionally.
Oh, yeah, little throat soothing pops.
Yeah, I've seen those at Sam's actually.
Yeah, propolis. I want to say propofol. Propolis,
Yeah.
honey, vitamin D, zinc. Oh, yeah, that's
Mhm.
perfect.
Yeah. And then, so I mentioned like the liposomal delivery. Basically, it's a way of putting nutrients in tiny fat bubbles, liposomes, and
Mm-hmm.
that's supposed to help with their absorption and effectiveness. So that's why it can be
Right.
helpful because many nutrients like glutathione and vitamin C or curcumin are just poorly absorbed orally. So
Mm-hmm.
regular glutathione is mostly broken down by the gut before it even reaches
Yeah.
cells. Liposomal like glutathione can bypass some of this breakdown.
And kind of like
So
keeps it safe as it like is going through
yeah, so it's going to
digestion.
protect that a little bit better.
Yeah, so it
So,
gets delivered to where it needs
mhm.
better. Which
But
is
yeah, I do
probably
like the
why the
beekeeper stuff.
IV therapy does good.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
I love it. Anytime, like, so usually, more recently, I do IV therapy. Like, if I know we're gonna have lots of travel coming up, or like, I think the last time I did it was before our wedding, but that's mainly when I do it. The other time I did it was last year. I got really sick, and then we had actually a wedding to go to, so I did an IV, but I felt better the next day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah,
Smart.
IV therapy, it's literally going straight in you. I love it.
Yeah, I love it. Here, I'm like on the Beekeeper site thinking like I need their
I need to order it
tie-dye
all.
toddler t-shirt. I don't even have a toddler. I'm like, that's so
That's
cute.
so cute. You can send
I
one to
want
Gannon.
it. No, I'm gonna get some stuff today just to like be proactive
Yeah,
because we're in it.
they have so much. You can build a bundle.
I saw
Somehow we just became an ad for
that.
Beekeepers Naturals.
I'm gonna build a bundle.
But they
Yeah.
do have a lot on Thrive Market, and then I have seen some of their stuff at Sam's for sure.
Yeah. And then like at Target too. I don't know
Yep,
how much
the
of it,
Target.
but they have some of it at Target. So yeah, hopefully that kind
Mhm.
of helps you this flu, cold,
Flu, sick, sugar
sickness
season.
season. Yeah, sugar season, going back to school season. So yeah, hopefully you found it helpful. Again, remember, we're not doctors, we're not your dietitian. We don't know
This
your individual
is
health history. Be
general
smart.
advice.
Be smart with the things that you take from podcasts.
Yes. All right, everyone. We will be back next week with a brand new episode, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.